Welcome to my workshop. Today I am going to introduce you to my latest pattern design. This is a lace yoke summer tee. I have used 100% cotton with both of these tees. Now this pattern is for the Lk150, a mid-gauge machine. In the pattern, I'm giving you two different kinds of a lace pattern. This lace pattern is a little bit more involved than this one. This one's super simple and quick. This one just takes a little bit more time. For the body of the sweater, I have left some needles out of work to give these vertical lines, which I think are pretty slimming, especially against the horizontal lines of the lace. And I think this would probably look really good on any body shape. So I've got the pattern in a few different sizes. In the main video, I'll be walking through a tutorial on how I make this. Basically, you make two rectangles for the yoke and two rectangles for the body, and then you sew them together. Now sewing them together can be a little tricky because you want an invisible seam, but the way these stitches go horizontal and then these go vertical, it can be a little tricky. So I've actually done a video on how I sew it to get it even and get it even on both sides also. Now for the sleeve shaping, I have put a crochet band. You could do ribbing, and I have done ribbing on my acrylic examples, but for the cotton, I decided to do these bands. And in the purchased pattern, you do get videos on how to crochet these bands in the back loop to give the sleeves more shaping. The thing I didn't like about the ribbing is the ribbing didn't look great with the lace to me. The following tutorial is the main part of the tutorial, and it is meant to be used with the pattern. I'm not going to get into a lot of details for sizing and gauge and all that kind of stuff because that's all in the pattern. This is from Knit Picks Dishie, and it was on a cone, so that was pretty perfect. Because I didn't have to wind it into a ball and go through that. I could just get straight to knitting. This yarn is Hobby Lobby's I Love Cotton. I have to admit, it was a little tricky to do with the lace transfers because it kept wanting to split. Even though I like the way it drapes, I like the way it feels, I like its price, it was not the best yarn for the lace transfers because it did take me longer because it kept splitting. The Dishie yarn from Knit Picks did not split. It went through perfectly. I did block these just to open up the lace stitches a little bit more. If you decide to purchase the pattern, you'll get, the sizing option, get the two different lace patterns, and you'll get the instructions for seaming the yoke to the body, and you'll get the video for the crochet bands that I use, which have a little stretch to them, so they're not gonna be like super tight, but they do give you that shape, and I talk about the decreases and all that you need to do to give that shape. So if you want to check out my tutorial, kind of look through it, see if it's something that you would enjoy doing, you can go purchase the pattern from my Etsy shop and get the written pattern in different sizes and all the tutorials.
Okay, I am doing a crochet cast on. I've got my needles pulled out to the size that I want to make, and that's all in the pattern. And really, I should have every fourth needle out of work, but I don't, so I have to take that out of work later, which leaves it leaves little eyelets at the bottom above the band. If you do not want little eyelets above your band, then please go ahead and crochet cast on with that fourth needle out, like it states in the pattern. I just pull my needles out and knit like this for the first 3 rows until I have enough to put weights on. So now I'm taking the every fourth needle out of work to make that vertical line, the vertical lines up the body of the sweater, which will leave little eyelets at the bottom, which I didn't mind, but like I said before, if you do not want the little eyelets above your bottom band, then please go ahead and take that fourth needle out of work, every fourth needle, and then you're going to knit to whatever size the pattern says. It's super quick, And then I'm doing a back stitch bind off. This is going to be the top, and I want it to be stretchy at the top of the body of the pattern that is going to be sewn into the lace yoke. And the back stitch bind off is really stretchy. And of course, in the bonus videos, you'll have a video of how to sew those together. So I'm doing the crochet cast on again. This will be the edge of the sleeve. You have to make 2 of these, a front and back. Setting my row counter, and I am going to knit 3. And I'm using a little bit lower tension to help with the shaping of the sleeve, which then I'll set back my tension to get my stitch gauge for the body of the yoke. Now I've got enough for the weights. You need a 3-prong transfer tool for this, and I'm starting 2 stitches over. And you're just going to move 1 stitch over, so 1 stitch is empty. And see, I'm having trouble with this yarn because it kept wanting to split, so it took me longer than it should have. But I'm just doing that all the way across. And you can see I'm leaving two stitches in between. The graft for this stitch pattern is also in the pattern to help you. Now I'm going to knit 2, and then I start on the other side and transfer to the left. And so the previous eyelet is under the center transfer prong, if that makes sense. So you knit another 2, and then you're going to repeat the first row where you're making the transfers to the right. And you do this for however many rows that the pattern says to do for your sizing.
If you have any questions at all, please just send me an email. My email is in the description. The link to this yarn that I'm using is also in the description. If you love this pattern, and I hope you're doing something creative today. Y'all have a good one.